you much about business. That is our focus. We want to make you understand what it means to do business. And that is the main reason why we're here in this page. So today we are discussing this topic. Where is your money going to? Now we have a series of questions that we have brought to discuss with you. And so if you are joining us for this live edition of this show, please do like, share, and subscribe, because that is the first thing. Yeah, we want to help you. The first question we're asking ourselves today is, why do some businesses grow in sales but become poorer as they grow? Have you thought of that? Have you witnessed it? Sales are growing. Everything seems to be okay, but the reverse when it comes to they're not. Well, in this edition, we are discussing growth comes with what we call cost. While sales are growing, while your sales grow, something is also happening that you might not be conscious of. There is increased cost. You sell more. That one is very obvious that you are selling more. So, but you buy more stock, you hire more workers, you rent a bigger space, you give customers more credit, you spend more on transport, marketing, and operations. Have you seen that? That is why, despite the fact that you are selling more, the business seems to be struggling. The business seems to have issues because, as we will put it, right? It is not as expected. So that is one we're discussing. So why do you become poorer as a business over time? Have you bothered to check that you are buying more stuff? Take the case of a supermarket. You keep buying and stocking, buying and stocking. You buy and stock, you buy and stock. There are products that are in the shelves for 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, almost some half a year or more. No, that is why over time, while seemingly you are selling more, you are not making profits. Now, that is one of the core things that we are discussing, that the reason why you are unable to be profitable is because your cost is increasing, but you're not checking. You have gradually decided to be doing what? To buy more stock and put in your shelf. You have decided to hire more workers. You are now renting a bigger space. You are not doing what? You give customer more credit. You spend more on transport, right? Marketing materials and operations, their cost keeps increasing. Despite the growth in revenue, cash and profits don't. And so that is the first reason why, despite the volume of sales, the business is getting poorer over time. That is the first reason. So as a business, you need to check how you are managing your costs. Have you checked? Are you spending more on rent? How much is the revenue you are making? How much percentage of your revenue per month goes for rent? How much goes on transport? How much goes for communication? How much goes for inventory restock? How many of your stocks are being choked up, tied up, and you have never even bothered, when did I buy this thing and for how long it has been there? So, dear friends, we're here to help you to understand the dangers of not having a system to track, a system to manage your business, and you keep making losses. The danger is there is a generous assumption that most of businesses do. If my sales grow, then the business must be doing well, so I can hire more persons. Oh, but there are what? Please thank you for liking, and if you can share, please thank you, and much more if you subscribe, it will do us a lot of favor. So let's see, what are we saying? Don't make the assumptions that many businesses do if you are part of our community, because that is what we will be bringing to you. As the business grows, it doesn't mean that you should do what? Go hire more workers. Increase the cost of communication. You don't evaluate. A healthy business needs to understand revenue. A healthy business needs to understand margins. A healthy business needs to understand cash flow. A healthy business needs to understand the principle of receivables, payables, and inventory together, not one. You should not understand one of these things. You should not understand one of these things. If you understand only revenue, if you understand only margins, then you will still be making losses. So if you want to grow your business and be successful, it is important for you to understand all these parts. The second question we want to answer this evening, or this I don't know where you're watching from. Please like, subscribe. Most importantly, give a comment. Where are you watching us from? Where are you? We want to stay in touch, communicate with us. The second question we're asking, what is the difference between a business that is busy and a business that is actually profitable? What is the difference? You get to a business and be busy all day. There are a lot of activities. A profitable business creates value after its cost. What does a profitable business do? It creates value after its cost. So you can have a restaurant full of customers every day, but you are still making very little money. Have you witnessed it? Have you seen a business that goes out or sell or stop operational despite the fact that customers are stripping to the business? Because they did not understand something that is very, very important, right? You are managing your business. We have little money after the cost of food, salaries, rent, wastage, and other consumable. That is, these expenses are consuming all the revenue that customer brings in. So I always like to separate these three things, right? Sales. What is sales? What did we sell today? As a business owner, as somebody in management, you must evaluate, what did we sell today? The second question that you need to know, profits. What did we keep after all the relevant costs? And we have already enumerated. Let me give for those who are just joining. If you are joining us, this is what we are explaining, and this is what we are trying to make you understand. If a business needs to be successful long term, they must understand profits, not sales. Sales is the revenue coming in, but profit is what is left after all the activities. And what are the activities in this sense? When all the other costs has been deducted. All the costs has been deducted. Are you conscious of this? Are you measuring this thing? The next important thing is cash. Now, I've talked about sales. Sales is not the same as cash. Sales is not the same thing as cash, and you must understand that. Sales of a business is different from cash, which is very, very important for you to take note of that. That you are selling doesn't mean that you have cash. That's why there are some businesses that, despite the fact that they are profitable, they may still go out of existence because they don't have enough cash. I have experienced it. I have real experience as this is concerned. Why? Because while you are actually operating, you are operating in something that is quite profitable. You don't have cash to run the daily business. In business language, let's just call this working capital. Do you have working capital? Do you even understand what constitutes working capital in your business? Well, if you don't know these basic terminologies, the most important thing I would recommend that you should do is to do what? To try to understand them. And you should be part of our community because that's what we are doing. Now, the next question, I want you to take note of this particular question. If you have a business, if you manage a business, take note of this question. How can a CEO know a product is making money when it is quietly losing money? This is possible. You have to look beyond sales volume, right? You have to look beyond sales volume. You have to look beyond sales volume. A product can be one of your best selling products and still have what? Poor margins or poorer margins. So you need to understand the selling price, the gross cost price, the gross margins, the discounts, the stock losses, the expiring and waste, and sales volume. All these are ingredients of a good business analysis. Before you conclude this is my best selling product, and you must also ask if it is the best profitable or the most profitable product, or at least contribute significantly to the profits of the company. If you check the selling price, the cost price, the gross margins, the discounts, the stock losses, the expiring and waste, and you are working at a deficit, the right thing for you to do is to stop selling this product if you want to succeed long term. Unless there is something that complements the losses you are making in that product elsewhere. But long term in business is different from short term. There are some decisions you can take and maintain them in short term, but those such decisions will be costly if you keep going long term. So for instance, let's take an example. If a product sells 1,000 units and the margins is only 20%, while product B, let's say one product sells 1,000 units and the margin is 20%, product B sells 300 units and the margin is 30%, product B may be contributing more to your business growth. That is vital. So as a business owner, as a manager, you must be conscious of what is. And that is why sales data without profitability analysis can be misleading. And many businesses are operating under this assumption. There are many businesses that are operating under the assumption that we are making profits, we are making sales. So many. Now, if you come from different fields, for instance, let's say you come from sociology, you come from anthropology, you come from literature, history, or any background, there is a tendency that you went into business, if you're into business, but you do not understand the basic principles of business, right? You will not be blamed for that. But you cannot run a business and grow the business without understanding some of these concepts. What is left after you have done your sales? And we are answering the question, why are sales growing but the business is dying silently and nobody knows it? You see a company seemingly doing well, a lot of workers, a lot of customers, and you get up and you say the business has shut down. Thank you for joining. Please, happy for you. Leave a comment, and we'll be excited to get you soon. Most importantly, where are you watching us from? Right? Yes. So, the next question I want us to answer here is, what are the warning signs that a business is losing control of its finances? What are the warning signs that this business I'm operating with like this? There is danger on the way. Can you answer the question? Well, if you have an answer, let me also share some with you. There are many things that you need to be conscious. There are many things that you need to be conscious and to look out for as concerns your business, right? But watch for these things. Sales are increasing, but cash is always tight. Oh, there is an issue when you discover that despite the fact that sales are increasing, cash always seems tight. It means there must be a problem in the business. Customer owe more money than what you have. It means there are signs of issues in your business. Inventory keeps increasing without corresponding sales. What is the question? When the business is silently dying, there are warning signs you need to check out. And we have said the first thing is that you keep facing cash issues. The second thing is that while we have so many customers, these customers are not translating into revenue. Customers owe us a lot, right? The owner cannot even explain what is happening. Where is money going to? Financial reports are taking too long to get prepared so that we know how much did we make. How is the business going? Now, different people may have different numbers, but it's very, very important for you to understand your numbers in your own business. It's not about another person's business, in your own business. The biggest warning sign that there is serious issues is management makes important decisions without reliable information. That's what we used to do before. There is that assumption that this is how we have been doing it. We have operated for 10 years and we have been doing it. But the problem with such an assumption is that the business owner fails to see the changes in the business landscape. You are not conscious of what is happening. There is AI, there is digitalization, there are customers, there are more what? So you must be conscious of that. Please, you should be conscious of that as a business owner. Now, what are we looking at again? Why do businesses often discover financial problems only after they have become serious issues? This answer will surprise you. This answer will surprise you. And the answer is quite simple. Because many businesses operate based on what? Retrospectively. They're not proactive about what is happening in the business. They basically operate without taking into account the daily realities of the business. They have to wait for reports to get the reports at the end of the month or end of the year or maybe mid-year, quarter. By then, the problem has already happened. A product may have been there sitting in a warehouse for 6 months. A product may have expired. A customer who promised to pay you after 2 weeks is now 2 months and you are not even aware, you've forgotten. How do you succeed in such a scenario? It's important for you to understand this. Please, thank you for joining. And I'm excited you are here with us. If you have your question, please, just drop it. And most importantly, now, what happens with businesses is that a customer has been owing you and you are not aware or you have forgotten. Expenses might have been increasing for months and you are not. That is why by the time you are getting to know that there are issues in the business, it's relatively late. Dear friends, we are discussing business on this channel. And it is important that you should be able to track whatever is happening in your business on a daily basis. How important is real-time information when making business decisions in your organization? Do you treat it as something very important? Or you say, well, I know that's important, but I will make the decision later. I will check the data later. Real information is useful, and it has become very, very useful in the world of today. So we are saying that for you to run your business and be successful, you should be able to take decisions instantly. Don't wait for the end of the month. Don't wait for the end of the year. There should be notifications. There should be trackers. There should be a dashboard that gives you. Do you know what a dashboard does in a car? And imagine you are running your business without a dashboard. Can you run a car without a dashboard? Can you run a car successfully without a dashboard? The essence of a dashboard in a car is to give you what? Quick knowledge of what is happening. What is the level of your fuel? Are your lights on? And what is the speed level? And so on and so forth. Imagine you were to drive a car and the dashboard is absent. You will not know when the fuels are going down. You will not know when you are overspeeding. You will not know. So the essence of having a system that has some trackers is because without trackers, you will not know what is happening to your business. So you need to have a dashboard as manager where you constantly monitor what is happening to your business. You constantly have an eye on what is happening. So trackers become very, very useful. Do you have a dashboard? Do you have a car? And you're tracking what is happening to the car. What speed are you running? What is the level of your fuel? Right? Are your lights on? And so on and so forth. All of the things that you get from tracking. But imagine your own business, you are just be operating head knowledge and you are to drive a car using head knowledge. Imagine how far you can go with such a situation. So please, if you want to succeed in your business, please, you need to have a dashboard. A dashboard is there to help you have quick decisions, to make quick decisions. So, do you have a question for us? Today we are just giving you a snapshot of this particular topic. We will come back and give more about this topic. We have to dig deeper. We have answered a few questions, right? and we'll come back to tell you more. And if you have enjoyed this video for today, I'll appreciate if you like, share, and most importantly, follow us if you're on Facebook, subscribe to our channel if you're on YouTube, and if you're watching this video in any of your preferred platforms. I think Solafide has helped me. So somebody's asking a question. Well, please ask your question. Yes, I will be willing to take the questions. So thank you very much for being part of today's program. Drop a comment, and wherever you're watching us, please just indicate let's see and be part of the community. Until then, bye-bye for now. Our time for today is finished.